Heard that right. That's not a typo. That's not some flash sale gimmick. That's cheaper than a Chipotle burrito with extra guac. Cheaper than 2 fancy coffees. Cheaper than parking outside the arena. $6 gets you through the turnstiles at a WNBA playoff game, a stage that's supposed to be the pinnacle of women's basketball. And here's the kicker. Those aren't just nosebleeds in the rafters. You can find lower bowl playoff seats for the price of a drive-thru meal. WNBA is in a panic right now. The WNBA higher-ups are panicking. They don't know what's going to happen. I already let y'all know. I showed y'all the numbers that they was concerned about the playoff ratings and what they will be for the networks. They're concerned about it already. No Caitlin Clark here to carry everybody. They don't know how these numbers are going to look. They're already doing Black Friday sales for playoff tickets. There are teams already doing Black Friday sales for playoff ticket. But the real headline, Caitlin Clark isn't on the court. She's not in uniform dazzling fans with logo threes or threading passes that belong on SportsCenter. She's in sweats sitting on the bench. And just like that, the entire basketball ecosystem, especially the WNBA, has been flipped completely upside down. Who do you think is to blame for this mess? Let us know down in the comments below. In this back and forth from all the WNBA players that the league is not just Caitlin Clark. Stop acting like the league is not just Caitlin Clark. There are other people who are doing things. So, Caitlin Clark has been injured, so she hasn't been playing since Caitlin Clark went down. The WNBA ratings have dropped over 55%. Yikes. Across the board. Hey, guess what, guys? League is Caitlin Clark. The league is Caitlin Clark. This isn't just a story about ticket prices. It's a cautionary tale about value, about mismanagement, and about how fragile this league really is without the player who put it back on the map. The Indiana Fever were printing money when Clark was healthy. Her games weren't just popular, they were cultural events. People flew across states to watch her in person. They paid resale prices north of $1,000 just to sit in the building. Courtside, try $4 or $5 grand for a seat. She turned Indiana into basketball's hottest ticket, leapfrogging the Pacers in their own city and selling out road venues that had never even sniffed that kind of demand. Now, the same tickets are being sold for pocket change. You could pay for entry with the coins rattling around in your car's cup holder. You could grab 2 playoff tickets and still have money left for a hot dog. The same franchise that saw fans mortgage their wallets just to be in the same building as Clark is now practically begging people to come. It's understandable in this era to figure that tickets for playoff games are more expensive than the regular season, but Fever tickets for Tuesday night remain very affordable. $12, $13. Music. I don't know what they're going to lie about as far as attendance goes. We're going to get into that moment. There are tons of tickets, hundreds of tickets available, if not thousands of tickets still available for tonight's game at a cheap price of a hoggy sandwich and a bag of chips from Vavwa. And the collapse isn't subtle. We're talking about playoff basketball, the games that should be the height of demand. And yet, courtside seats are going for $200. $200. That's the kind of money you'd expect to pay for a high school state championship game, not the WNBA postseason. The contrast is so sharp, it's almost comical. 1 minute, Indiana is basketball's hottest destination. The next, they can't even give tickets away. WNBA is in a frenzy right now. The cash cow is not available to play. The golden goose is not available right now. That is Caitlin Clark. So now everyone has to get their numbers on their own. We saw Caitlin Clark bring in a whopping 1.8 million viewers for her first playoff game versus the Connecticut Sun last season. That was more than all of the other playoff games that was played that day combined. More than all of the other playoff games played that day combined. This, my friends, is the Caitlin Clark effect. Proof of just how much one player can alter the entire trajectory of a sport. When Clark was healthy, Fever home games averaged more than 17,000 fans, breaking records left and right. That's not just impressive, that's transformative. To put it in perspective, she outdrew multiple NBA teams in attendance. Opponents scrambled to move their games into bigger arenas just to keep up. The Washington Mystics moved from a 4,200-seat gym to a 14,000-seat NBA arena. The Chicago Sky ditched their 10,400-seat home to play Clark's Fever in the United Center, packing in over 20,000. Think about that. An entire league reshaping its schedule, changing its venues, and cashing in, all because of one player. Last year, the cheapest ticket available to see the Indiana Fever at the Connecticut Sun in the first round of the 2024 WNBA playoffs, $133. Let's just say it's not near that expensive this year. It's not. So, right there, Indiana Fever just had Caitlin Clark cut a WWE promo. But then came the gut punch. On September 4th, Clark officially announced she'd be out for the rest of the year with a groin injury. And just like that, the energy evaporated. It was as if someone flipped off the lights on the Fever's season. Their September 16th playoff game, their first postseason home appearance since 2016, should have been a moment of celebration, a crowning achievement for the franchise. Instead, it turned into a brutal reminder of just how dependent they are on one player. You can get courtside seats for $200. It is $200 to go sit courtside. Second row courtside behind the basket is $200. 1 to 3 tickets. It is $200 to sit courtside this game. This is in fact the cheapest. It is cheaper to go to this Fever game. Is it the cheapest it's been to get into the Fever all year? Why? Why is it the cheapest? Fans who once camped outside arenas just to watch Clark warm up are now scrolling past $6 playoff seats like they're expired coupons. What was supposed to be a packed electric environment became a half-empty room echoing with what-ifs. The message couldn't be louder. Without Clark, the magic disappears. And it doesn't stop at the box office. Clark's absence sends shockwaves through every corner of the WNBA. TV ratings, merchandise sales, media coverage, all of it takes a nosedive without her. When Clark sat out 5 games earlier this season, viewership didn't just dip, it cratered. The league lost 55% of its audience overnight. Games that normally pulled in over 1 million viewers suddenly struggled to hit 350,000. That's not just a slip, that's a collapse. The last time the Indiana Fever posted a video of Caitlin Clark talking was almost a month ago. But they know who they need to post when it's time to sell tickets. Damn, putting CC front and center only when it's time to sell tick. Oh boy. And we're talking about the tickets, folks. Don't hit the player. Hit the game. I'm just a lonely messenger. That's it. Look at these ticket prices. Oh lord, look at these ticket prices. $13, $12, $55 for section 100, $30, $27, $147 for section 5, $55 for section 19, $330 for courtside seats. Even the All-Star Game, the WNBA's supposed crown jewel of the summer, took a huge hit. Clark was supposed to captain a team, headline the festivities.